What's excellent, everyone? This is Coach JD coming to you live out of Allen Hattie Hollingsworth's Boss Curriculum Phase Number 1. I'm here to tell you a little bit about the 3 ways that God prospers us. Number 1, He will draw it unto us. Number 2, He will show or tell us how to make it. And number 3, He will tell us where to go get it. But all of that means nothing if we don't what? Trust Him. With that being said, I'm going to turn this right on around to Alice Hill, where she will go into the soft tissue, more in-depth knowledge of the 3 ways that God prospers us. From all of us right here at Allen Hattie Hollingsworth's Boss the Movement, we want to remind you that you are loved and appreciated. Alice Hill, will you take it away for us? Woo!
Hello, this is Alice Hill coming to you from Boston Movement Training Session today. The principle that I'm going to share with you is the principle of what are the 3 ways that God prospers us. There are basically 3 ways that God will allow blessings to come into our lives, that God will allow the answers and solutions to come into our lives. The key element in every single one of these ways is this: if we are not conscious, if we are not alert, alive, awake, if we don't recognize and identify, we will and we can miss all 3 of these ways once they come into our lives. In the scripture, God says it will come to pass. So God will send into our lives the blessing. They will come to pass. But if we are not conscious, we won't grab hold toward those answers and solutions. We will completely be blind to them. We won't miss them. We won't have a clue that they came into our lives. So it's very important to stress to the young people the power of being conscious and the benefits of being conscious. Now, what are these 3 ways? They are, and they are not in any particular order, but this is the 3 ways that we share with you as well as the students. One way is that God will draw the blessing into our lives. He will draw. He will bring into our environment and draw those blessings. If we're not conscious, we won't see it. The second way is that He will show us the blessing, or He will tell us how to make it. And in the scriptures, it mentions about witty inventions that He will give to His people, or He will give to the world the witty inventions. Now, even the secular people, even those who are not born again, if they are conscious and God has to have that invention come into the earth at a certain time, because that invention is connected to His purpose of being fulfilled in this earth, if the Christian is not listening, he will give that witty invention to an unsaved person, because that invention has to come into the earth. It has to manifest because it's connected to His purpose. Think about the invention, the concept of the internet. The internet brings people together. It brings millions and millions and millions of people together. It has the ability for millions of people to view your information in seconds, split seconds. That invention, that desire came from God. Now, if a Christian was not listening and willing to take the risk to move into making that invention manifest into the earth, then God will choose an unsaved person who is willing to take the risk and make that happen. So let's start at the top again. God will draw the blessing into our lives. Number 2, He will show us the blessing, or and He will give us witty inventions. He will tell us how to make it. The third way is He will tell us where to go. So in order to go somewhere, we have to be conscious and we have to listen to where God is telling us to go. Ask, seek, and knock. These are the 3 ways. Now, working with your youth, You can ask them questions, tell them, as well as ask them to give examples of, in the scriptures, let's start with number one again, of how did God draw blessings to anyone in the scriptures? How did that happen? And the youth can come up with some examples. If they're not that familiar with the Bible, you can come up with some examples as well as share more of the storyline that's connected to that example, so that the youth will begin to get picture images of how God draws blessings into the lives of people. The next one is He will show it to us. So you can ask the youth again, do you know of any examples in the scripture where God showed someone the answer? He showed someone information. Part of number two is witty inventions. He told them how to make it. What examples are in the scriptures in which God told someone how to make it? And one of the biggest examples is Noah's Ark. God gave Noah specific information of how to make that ark. And you can go and read that story so that they can embrace how God can show people and give them witty inventions. Last of all, tell them where to go. What examples are in the scripture in which God told someone where to go? You remember Jonah? Jonah was to go where? To Nineveh and say something. So God told him exactly where to go and what to do. And we see the consequences when Jonah did not obey God. So the youth will be able to see that there are consequences when we don't do what God tells us to do. So let's very quickly, as we close out, name the 3 ways that God will prosper us. And again, in order to embrace these ways, we must learn the process of being conscious, because in our consciousness, we will see all 3. God can use all 3 of these examples. He can use one of them. He can use them any way He desires to, according to His will. What's the first one? He will draw them to us. The second one, He will show them to us or tell us how to make it. And last, He will tell us where to go. We ask you that you train the youth and give them specific examples of this so that when they walk away, they can see it, have visual examples, and they can embrace it in their personal lives, as well as yield themselves so that God can draw the blessings to them, show the blessings to them, tell them how to make it, as well as tell them where to go. Thank you so much for listening to this teaching of 3 ways of how God prospers us. God bless you. This is Alice Hill of Boss the Movement. Bye-bye.